Welcome all to the latest episode of Retro Gamer Nation. Do you find playing with old wide joysticks so 1980s and wish there was a way to declutter your tabletop by reducing the amount of wires you have to deal with? Well, I've recently been looking into this and found a solution that works well for me. The 64 JPX with an 8-bit DO M30 2.4 GHz wireless controller. The 64 JPX is a small interface that allows you to connect joypad style controllers to the Commodore 64. The adapter comes in a number of variants, with the red version providing a safe mechanism to use a Sega Master System or Mega Drive controller without the fear of potentially damaging your C64. You see, while these controllers are physically compatible with the joystick port, their electronic makeup is not fully compatible with the C64, and this can lead to the computer's CIA chip being damaged in certain circumstances. The 8-bit DO 2.4 GHz wireless controller features 6 buttons, but for our purposes, the smaller X, Y and Z buttons will not be utilised. The controller itself feels of good quality and fits well into the hands. To get it working with the C64, simply plug the 8-bit DO wireless receiver into the 64 JPX and then plug this into the C64 joystick port and you're off. There's no need to undergo any fiddly pairing process, it works straight out of the box. As I first went out to trial this setup while playing Run Demo Run, I didn't feel like there was any noticeable lag and was very pleased with the overall level of responsiveness of using the controller at its most basic level of function. The 64 JPX features a number of enhancement modes which are invoked by pressing and holding down the start button on your controller. And then you press and hold down the A or B or C button to select the mode you want to use, and then release start before releasing the other buttons. In the default mode, button A is the regular fire or action button, button B is the fast rapid fire button, while button C is a slow rapid fire button. Mode A is the racing mode, which is primarily designed for racing games where pushing on the directional controller is supplemented by buttons for accelerating and decelerating. In these games, button A is your conventional fire button, usually high-low gear change. Button B is up or accelerate, while button C is down or brake. But the best thing about Mode A is that since the B button is mapped to up, it can be used in platform games as well as a jump button instead of relying on the joystick direction to invoke the same action. Mode B is Waddle Mode, which is primarily designed for sporting games such as summer games or decathlon, where waddling the joystick left and right causes your player to run. Just note that the Waddle mode operates at 4 different speeds depending on whether you use the B or C button and whether you are holding the right direction on the gamepad at the same time. Holding right and pressing B gives you the fastest waddle speed. Mode B is also useful for the games that require you to jiggle your joystick to shake off enemies that grab you, like in Kung Fu Master. Mode C is the creep mode, designed to be used for platform games such as Impossible Mission, where you often need to creep up to an edge before jumping. In these games, button A is your conventional fire button, button B is creep left, while button C is creep right. In creep mode, your character will very slowly be tapped along in a requested direction. The creep function can also be used to turn the character left or right with the minimum risk of moving in that direction. The Nunchuck 64 is another good alternative wireless gaming solution for the C64. This controller adapter allows you to use a wireless Wii or SNES Mini compatible controller. Cameron Jackson, one of our local contributors to RGN, has the Bluetooth version of the 8-bit Do M30 controller paired with the Nunchuck 64. Putting this setup through its paces with 1942, Green Beret and Exploding Fist, Cam found that the controls were quite responsive and that there was no sense of lag. Cam was able to easily map the A button to the up joystick position and have the Y button work as auto-fire. A nice feature to note with this setup is that you can swap joystick ports by holding down a button on the Nunchuck adapter for a few seconds. The only slight letdown with this adapter is that it needs to be paired each time you switch off the computer. The 8-bit Do M30 controller in both 2.4 GHz format or Bluetooth is readily available on Amazon. The 64 JPX interface is available online from 64 HDD, while the Nunchuck 64 is available from Melbourne Console Reproductions and comes with free international shipping. Links available in this video description. I hope you found this video of some interest. Until next time, bye for now.